welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blind Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie. This week we have a very special guest. We have the Victor Port Band. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Yep. It's been a slow day, but I've got a lot of work done. I've delivered a lot of parcels that needed delivering. So yeah.
Okay. Well, how we're gonna start out with letting you tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an Edinburgh-based musician. I work as a support worker, as a care worker, but I've been doing music since I was 15, 16. And this latest band, which is the song you'll hear, is I think it's the best band I've ever had. I've always been struggling to find the right band. And then the last 5 years, we've been together for about 5 or 6 years now. And we play all around the festivals in the UK and particularly Scotland, which is where we're based, in Edinburgh. And and I'm, I've been very prolific recently. I mean, I also have a hip hop side project, which is where this song comes from. I do like a hip hop thing, which is called Midlife Crisis. And that's where this song came from. And we thought we'd do a band version of this. It's what? Sorry?
Why is it called Midlife Crisis?
Because I'm about 40 years old and I've just decided to start doing hip hop because I basically want to make my millions because I thought, oh, that's what the kids are into. So it's kind of like, some people when they reach 40 buy a Ferrari and start trying to pull lots of younger women, whereas I decided I would try and do hip hop. So that was kind of my midlife crisis.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, I was just wondering about that. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but carry on. Finish telling everybody about yourself.
that's all right. And then so we basically we've been doing these projects, and then the band's So this Smoke and Mirrors song is from the midlife crisis stuff, and I have my solo project, which is just called Victor Pope, and so the band basically decide which are the best tunes from midlife crisis and Victor Pope, and we use them with the band, and then we play live. We're doing all right, we play a lot of festivals, we do a lot of gigs. People really like our gigs, and we've done 5 albums with the band. But as a solo act, I think I've done about 30 albums as a solo act, and about 5 hip hop albums as well on top of that. And I'm quite proud because during lockdown, I saw Taylor Swift was very proud of herself because she'd done 3 albums during lockdown. Well, I've done 5 albums during lockdown, so I've topped Taylor Swift, which I'm quite pleased with.
Oh, okay. So you told me that you've been doing music since you were 15 and
Mhm.
that you are now in your 40s and that
Yeah.
you're now the best band that you have ever been with. So tell me, how many bands have you been with throughout your life?
It's kind of hard remembering them all. There was the first one was the Careful Movers. Then there was some Careful Movers. Then there was Spring Explosion, Vatican City Dub, which were kind of like a sort of dancey electro jazz thing. That was a bit of a left field thing for me, and kind of like the trip hop thing was big in Britain, so we decided to do that. And Saraswati, which were kind of a psychedelic rock band, and then Ginger and the Tramp, which was the 5th one, which was the first band where we did all my own tunes. We'd usually either do some covers or there'd be another songwriter, so I'd be working with someone else. But Ginger and the Tramp, my 5th band, was the first. It was just me and a drummer, but it was the first band where it was all my own songs. And then the 6th band was the Victor Pope band, which is all my own songs again. So yeah. So 6, I think 6. Then there was other side projects, various little things that happened, but the main bands were 6. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the project Smoke and Mirrors.
About the song, where it was like I had an idea for I was trying to, because my songs usually come to me in like a concept, so I have something I want to write about, and I was like, I had the idea of like writing a song about like the sort of the illusion of reality and the sort of, you know, the fact that is any of this real, you know, is any of the stuff we're getting told by the media or any of these things, is any of it actually, is it all just a trick, you know, is reality itself just a trick, you know, is everyone just pretending? And yeah, and there's sort of the whole lie of reality. And so I was battling with the right words, and then I came up with the really simple idea of just, why don't I just make it all questions, all unanswered questions, and just make it a rap about, you know, just continuous questions that don't have answers, you know, or are very ambiguous answers, you know. And I always tap into the pop culture thing. I like doing that, you know. So there's references to various pop culture things and stuff. So yeah, it's yeah. So that was kind of the idea of it. Yeah.
Because I've never really heard of. I guess I have, but it's not called a band. You know, you have a duo or it's a group. So tell me how you being a part of a band, how does hip hop, I guess, mesh with the rest of the band?
Well, the well, we don't always do hip hop. We do a lot of like punky stuff and a lot of like we do ballads. We do all kinds of music. But because I've got this hip hop side project, the sort of I guess you'd call him second in command in the band, a guy called Roy, who plays various instruments. He plays like melodic. He swaps between instruments, but he really loves hip hop and stuff. And it was just, and the basic, just basically, I'm doing this hip hop thing, and you know, it was like, you know, I don't know. It's like, because when I do my hip hop, when I perform my hip hop stuff live, I just do it with my phone and I just have a backing track. But you know, we just thought, how great would this be if it was like, if we brought our punk band kind of feeling into some hip hop stuff and brought some of this hip hop stuff into a more that sort of dynamic and be original, you know, before it'd be an original idea, you know, basically.
Give us a sample.
A sample of my hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, God, do I have to do some a cappella? Right, okay. Oh, what's the one I always go for? Right, oh, 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 God, this is really important. No, I got, um, uh, which what? Smoke and Mirrors or another one?
It don't matter.
Right, okay, right, oh, God, oh, I've never been asked to do this. Right, are there losers? Are there winners? Did Jamie Oliver save school dinners? Are we absolute beginners? Is it all just smoke and mirrors? Mirrors, 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 mirrors. Is it all just smoke and mirrors, 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 mirrors? Is the president a phony? Is a lazy boy more cozy? Do all young girls want a pony? Who is Tony Macaroni? Does a job make you more happy? Should I teach myself karate? Is the new Star Wars film crappy? Whatever happened to Dappy? Is Kendrick Lamar a genius? What is this distance between us? Which dictator is the meanest? Who has got the smallest penis? What is right and what is wrong? Where have all the flowers gone? Where do all the lonely people belong? What's your karaoke song? Are there losers? Are there winners? Did Jamie Oliver save school dinners? Are we absolute beginners? Is it all just smoke and mirrors? There you go. Was that out there? Mirrors, 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 mirrors. That's kind of the hook. I got that off Lady Gaga. She always repeats words. I'm an amateur hip hopper, as you can tell. I can't really freestyle. I've actually, one of my raps is called Can't Freestyle, and it's all about the fact that I can't freestyle. But Puff Daddy couldn't freestyle, so I don't. I'm not. Apparently, he used to always say he couldn't freestyle. So yeah, hip hop. So I think we do have an overall sound. We do all these different styles, but we do have an overall sound, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of a punky, lo-fi kind of, yeah, just yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we'll call it anti-pop. Anti-pop. That'll do.
What are you wanting out of your music career?
I just want to make a living out of it, really. I mean, I've got a good job at the moment. It's the best job I've had. But what I've always loved doing most of all is music. And if I could just make a living out of doing music, that'd help me. That'd satisfy me, really. So I didn't have to do jobs that I don't particularly want to do anymore, But but I have got a good job and it gets rewarding. But yeah, just to make a living out of it would be, yeah, that'd be good enough for me. Yeah.
So how would you rate
World
your skills?
conquest can come next.
How would you rate your skills as a songwriter?
It's what, sorry?
How would you rate your skills as a songwriter?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. Yeah, a lot of people think I'm good. Yeah, so I've got a lot of people who think I'm good at it. I think I'm original. I cover subjects that a lot of songwriters don't do. I mean, for example, with the hip hop, I'm very self-deprecating, and there's not a lot of that in hip hop. A lot of hip hop is all about bigging yourself up and going on about how wonderful you are. So I thought I'd create my own niche where it's actually, kind of about how rubbish I am, and it's like sort of, the sort of anti-hip hop kind of thing, and the sort of, I'm just a middle-aged, middle-class man, doing hip hop, the ridiculousness of it, and yeah, and with the indie stuff, it's just
Why do
like,
you think it's ridiculous?
it's what?
Why do you think it, why do you think it's ridiculous? I have heard people say before that all genres of music is open to all ages except for hip hop. They feel like there is an age restriction on how long or how old you can be entering into the music, into the hip hop industry. So why do
Yeah.
you say, as strange as it may be, why do you feel like that's strange?
Well, it's just because like the people you generally see that are, doing hip hop, the kids, the young people, I mean, obviously there's the old hands, you sort of, your Chuck D's and your Slick Ricks and your Mos Defs who've been doing it for years, but it's like, but it's to enter into it at middle age is unusual, but I don't think there should be any barriers in music. I think anyone should be allowed to make any kind of music they want. So, I'm a firm believer, sing about where there shouldn't be any rules to music. As long as
Right.
it sounds good, that's all that matters. So, that's what I'm trying to bring with my hip hop. I mean, whether I'll ever break through to anyone with that message, but
Well,
uh,
is there anything else that you would like to add? Your social media handles where they can find your music at? I know you just told us Bandcamp before you said the last 5 albums, but even before
well,
that, anything fine.
TuneCore, we're on TuneCore. We went on TuneCore and got on, we're on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel. We're on most of the digital music platforms because we did this TuneCore thing. And
Well, thank you for coming. You can find his music everywhere. The latest project is called Smoke and Mirrors. Don't forget you can find us on
oh, sorry,
Facebook.
the latest album's called "The Theory of Being Nice" on Spotify. The Theory of Being Nice.
Theory of Being Nice on Spotify. My
Yeah,
bad. But you can
that's the
find
album.
find the Theory of Being Nice on all platforms. He said Spotify, Apple, all those good places. Check him out. You can find the podcast and the show on IGTV, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on all your podcasting platforms. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely meeting you. Thanks for all the advice.
All
Oh,
right.
oh,
Bye
oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. No.